Real rails? Asked Zen. Ordinary ones, the right gauge and everything. Said the train. There's a simple test we can do which will tell us that. Are we crashing? No, so I'd say the rails are just fine, just like the rails at home. But where did they come from? It's the worm, said Nova. The worm is laying them. The worm was the alien machine which had prized open the fabric of reality to form the new gate and melted that tunnel out of the mountain's heart. As it sped away from the mountains, it let out its sleek new rails like spider silk. Soon Zen and Nova could see it on the Rose's cameras, a cloud of dust moving steadily ahead of them. Inside that cloud, sometimes the waving spines and colourless lightning crackle of the worm showed, and the hunched mass of it, like an immense half-mechanical maggot, a rolling cathedral of high biotech, spewing vapour and weird shears of light. Within it and beneath it, huge industrial processes were happening at dizzying speed. It wasn't just a matter of laying the ceramic cross ties like eggs and running the rails over them and bolting the rails down. There were ridges which needed cuttings or short tunnels melted through them, and there had to be some foundation for the tracks to lie on, so something was being done to the ground beneath the worm, leaving it harder and shinier than the ground around, and fizzing with odd motes of light, which danced a while, then faded and were mostly gone by the time the Rose reached them. "It is slowing," said the train at last, and she slowed too. "It's moving off the line. It's making a siding for itself." They went past the worm at walking pace. It had lost its iridescent sheen, that restless movement. It seemed burned out, a black hill, cooling like clinker. Somewhere inside it lay the dead body of Raven, the man who had built it, entombed on this new world. The sound of the wheels changed. "Are there still tracks?" asked Zen. "Let's see," said the damask Rose. "Again we must ask ourselves, are we crashing? Ooh, and again, no. I mean, how are there tracks?" The worm had fallen behind, lost in the hazy light that hung above the alien lagoons. But on the Rose's screens the rails still stretched ahead, not quite so shiny now. They ran all the way to the horizon, where perspective pinched them together like an arrowhead. "These rails were here before," said Nova. "The worm made a spur to join the new gate to a line that was here already." With a rattle of dry wings, a big insect launched itself sleepily from a luggage rack and started battering at the glass in front of Zen's face, as if it was eager to get outside and explore this new world. A monk bug. Zen flinched. He had been through some bad stuff recently, and some of the worst had involved those insects. If enough of them got together, they formed a hive intelligence, and one of those hives had attacked him back in Desdemore. This bug must be a survivor from it. Mindless without its million friends, it had blundered aboard the train. Nova caught it gently between her cupped hands. Zen thought she should kill it, but she said, "That's mean. Poor thing. We can let it out when we find somewhere suitable." So he went to find a box to put the bug in. The train's 3 carriages had been prepared by Raven. Zen and Nova had not yet had time to explore them. The front carriage was a grand old state car with a bedroom and bathroom on the upper deck, living quarters downstairs, a small medical bay at the back. The middle one was a buffet car, its freezers packed with food. In the rear carriage was a store of things Raven must have thought he'd need: an industrial 3D printer, a small flatbed truck with off-road tyres, 2 shielded compartments stacked with spare fuel cells. There was a locker full of spacesuits, a dock where flashlights and butterfly drones were charging. There were racks of guns and ice axes and coils of rope and box upon box of other supplies. Just glancing at all that heaped-up stuff was enough to make Zen feel a warm glow of ownership. He'd done it, made himself rich, the way he'd always dreamed of. He had his own train now, except that there was no one he could show it off to. The Guardians, the wise artificial intelligences who watched over humanity, had not wanted a new K-gate opened.